understand that, but I want to understand that what those comments mean for the Indian quick commerce companies, and how do you think these issues like predatory pricing and non-compliance of norms can be mitigated?
So I think, first of all, I don't think Mr. Goyal meant, I know he used Amazon's example, but I don't think he meant Indian companies or foreign companies. I think he was commenting in general about monopolistic companies that drive smaller businesses and companies out of work. And that may not be very good for India in the long term. If you look at America itself, by allowing monopolists, America has lost millions of jobs and small businesses in the last few years. In fact, if you go to high streets in America and you go to malls, entire row by row, these shops have been shut down. So I think our regulatory system does have a lot of wisdom, and I think he hit the right chords. We ourselves, a lot of the small businesses in India, are subject to a lot of restrictive policies by people like Google, particularly Amazon, Google, Apple, and that is constraining us. If you think about it, more than 80% of the profits that are made in the digital ecosystem in India go to these three companies. And Indian companies are left with 15-20%, if that. So I think that needs to be changed. And CCI is looking very closely at some of these matters. And in fact, CCI has made a strong ruling against Google, which they have appealed, obviously. But we believe very strongly that India is going in the right direction. UPI is a perfect example. ONDC is a perfect example. All these are initiatives to ensure there are no monopolists in the country which take away jobs from the average citizen. So I congratulate him.
And another question on reverse flipping. Do you think that Indian unicorns are willing or in the process of coming back to India and be a part of it as a domicile?
देखो कभी ना कभी तो घर वापसी होगा ही. तो think of it as the great Indian tech घर वापसी. I think this is opportunistic. हम बहुत साल से कह रहे हैं, 10 साल से कह रहे हैं कि why are you guys basing outside India? Why are you being domiciled? And yes, there were some regulatory concerns, and foreign investors were not willing to invest in companies that were domiciled in India, which has changed now, right? Everybody talks a big game that we want this, we want this, we want that, but ultimately everybody wants money, right? So if Indian markets are giving better valuation, then now suddenly the regulatory environment doesn't matter, right? So they would say regulatory environment, but really it was a function of the fact that Indian markets are not deep or wide enough. Now that they are demonstrating that momentum and the robustness, everybody's coming back. So I think it's great. I hope Indian markets continue to stay strong so that this whole chapter of being domiciled outside India is over once and for all.